My name is Major Jason Amering.
My name is Eric. I'm a Special Forces Captain with the United States Army.
I'm going to be discussing the role of the rifleman in the United States Army.
A rifleman in the United States Army is really the cornerstone. He's an 11 Bravo, he's an infantryman, and they're usually the entry-level position for most infantry soldiers.
He goes through basic training, he goes through advanced individual training.
Small unit tactics, patrolling, and also encompasses some live fire operations on both individual and fire team levels.
The rifleman is typically called the grunt because he is the one that often carries out some of the more difficult duties in a squad. When it comes to assaulting objectives, he'll be covered by an automatic rifleman, he'll be covered by a 203, and he'll often be the one who's being sent forward to carry out a lot of the more hazardous tasks.
The rifleman's duties are very broad in scope. He's a member of a fire team and a very important member of that team. He's responsible for pulling security, both during movement and whenever that team is static. And he really keys off the team leader.
When you're playing the game, what you notice is that your job as a rifleman is to follow your team leader. Your squad is moving in a given direction and you're expected to follow with the squad and provide security. At times your team leader will give you specific orders to carry out, but your job at that point is to follow your team leader's example and listen to his orders to the letter.
The game America's Army really has achieved a real high level of accuracy in the role of the rifleman. Everything from the types of missions that he's assigned to, his proximity to the team leader during operations, and his place within movement formations as they conduct the different operations on the different levels, all the way to the sighting that's used. And I think that's one of the really wonderful things that has happened with this game is that we've made the weapons sighting as accurate as possible. So when you look over a scope of a weapon, or when you look over the iron sights of a weapon, it looks realistic to what an actual rifleman sees when he's on a combat operation. My name is Eric. I'm a captain in the United States Army Special Forces.
My name is Major Jason Amering.
And I'm going to talk to you about the role of the automatic rifleman.
The automatic rifleman in the United States Army.
The automatic rifleman is unique to the fire team in that he's really the backbone of the fire suppression capabilities that the team leader has.
The role of the automatic rifleman is to devastate the enemy. Whenever he's employed, his job is to try to do the most damage to the enemy. Often he's in the precarious position of being the one that the enemy is going to focus on the most because he's putting out so many bullets. He has so much firepower.
The automatic rifleman in the U.S. Army carries the M249 squad automatic weapon, or a SAW. It's a belt-fed 5.56 weapon system that's capable of laying down a heavy volume of suppressive fire.
The squad automatic weapon can be used both for suppression and for directly engaging the enemy. Its high rate of fire and its terrific accuracy makes it really good for both breaking up enemy formations and for actually eliminating the enemy.
In the game America's Army, the automatic rifleman's role is used very appropriately, both targeting systems all the way down to when you actually reload the weapon system. And when you go through the reload, it's kind of neat because you sweep across the breech of the weapon system to make sure that there's no brass stuck in it before taking off the magazine and putting on a new magazine with a new belt of ammunition.
The game uses the automatic rifleman in the same way that we use them in the infantry. The automatic rifleman has an incredible amount of firepower in the game. However, there are limitations to the accuracy depending on how you're employing the weapon. one thing in the game that may seem frustrating to players is that if you want to shoot it accurately, you need to get in the prone. And that's how the game really reflects real life very well, is as an automatic rifleman, you really need to have a very steady firing position if you're going to use the weapon well.